And we're continuing on with this round table that was for 2020, Kim. It has been a Jekyll and Hyde year for wheat prices.
Well, it's been Jekyll and Hyde year for just about all the crop prices. You look at wheat, we came in January around $4.50. We got into March, it was still around that $4.50. It got down below $4 in March, and then in about 2 weeks' time in late March, it went up and hit $4.50 again and up to $4.75. We got into harvest around $4.50, $4.60. It trended down below $4 again as we got into late July, and then it started an uptrend, bottomed out into August at around $3.90, $3.80, somewhere in there. And then in October, we started to rally and got up to almost $5.60. In wheat, it was a Jekyll and Hyde year. Now you look at corn, came into the year relatively good corn prices. Corn prices bottomed out in the March-April time period, and then we got about a 70 or 80 cent price increase. The good thing for the corn producers is that we got that high price as they were harvesting. In wheat, we got the low price while they were harvesting. So it was bad for wheat, good for corn. You look at soybeans, same thing as about corn. Came in, remember beans, as we got into that March-April time period, when they're planting, you had beans $7.70 a bushel. What are they today? Oh, around over $11 a bushel. So we had bean prices going down, the Jekyll down, and then the Hyde coming back up late in the year. You watch cotton, it came up, last year is up in the 70s, almost 80s. We got down to 56, 58 cents as we came into the cotton marketing year, and now cotton prices are back up 69, 70 cents.
So many times supply and demand kind of drive those things. Is that what we're seeing with the trade situations?
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of supply and demand in there. We watch supply and we talk about ending stocks and the stocks issue. I think changes in the demand have had impacts this year. You look at wheat, we came into harvest, the relative crop. We talk about the Black Sea crop. That Russian crop kept increasing throughout the fall, but yet our prices kept going up. Why? Because I think we had increases in demand. Our importers, because of COVID and other reasons, they realized that their stocks weren't high enough for their food supply for emergencies. And so what we saw was increases in demand, and I think that resulted in increases in price. Of course, you look at corn stocks, we had them over 2 billion bushels. Corn stocks has been going down. So I think we had a supply situation on the corn. In the beans is a supply, but demand from China. China just came in and bought a lot of beans, and Brazil sold all their beans and had to buy a cargo from the United States. Right. So we had both supply and demand on different situations impacting prices this year.
Let's really look at the Oklahoma crop. How have all of those commodities really handled in the 77 counties in Oklahoma in 2020? And then on top of that, how do things look for 21?
Well, if you're looking at Oklahoma on the wheat, now I think the wheat producer is their time in the barrel. As we came into harvest, the prices were relatively low. Started at $4.50, they go down to below $4. So we had prices going down during the harvest, and so I think that was bad for our producers because the majority of our wheat is sold at harvest. You get in the corn and soybeans and cotton harvest, they were harvested when prices were going up and relatively good. You look at the current prices, you got wheat at $5.30 in most of the state, up $5.45 in a couple of places. Corn, $4.10, $4.60 in the Panhandle. Soybeans, $11, a little higher. Milo, $1.50 premium to corn. Why? Because of China, $5.50. Cotton in around 60 cents. Now, if you're looking out at this next year, I think it's going to be 21 has the potential to be a really good year for producers. A wheat situation, right now our forward contract for wheat $5.20 to $5.35. That's $1 above what it was this time last year. You look at corn prices, forward contract $4 in most Oklahoma, $4.20 in the Panhandle area. Milo, now the forward contract for Milo is $4.41. And $4 in the Panhandle. But remember, Milo was up around $4.50. So as China stays in the market for Milo, it may be another year that you wish you could have raised Milo. soybean prices current around $11. The forward contract $9.70 to $9.25 depending on the location. But I think what we're seeing now, cotton 69 cents is where we are. Now I don't have any forward contract price for cotton, but I think that upward trend it should hold. Canola around $6.50, sesame around 39 cents. So I think we've got some relatively good prices as we're coming into 21. And the supply and demand situation, especially the stock situation, is tight, especially for bread, flour, wheat. And if we lose a crop anywhere, then we're going to see $6, $7 wheat prices. Corn stocks, they were over 2 billion bushels. We lose a corn crop, those prices are set to go up. And soybean stocks are really low. So weather's going to determine price, but there's a potential for some relatively high prices this year.
So many times, let me back up. There was a lot of if in what you said, a lot of potential for variation in there. What should the Oklahoma producer do in 2020 whenever it comes to moving acreages?
I think there's a lot of opportunity in 2021 for the producer. I think it's the year that they evaluate their soil, evaluate their managerial ability, evaluate their equipment, and determine the options that they have, put a strong pencil to it, and then I think diversify a little bit.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Kim Anderson, Grain Marketing Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.